How's it going, guys? In a little different setting here, visiting the girlfriend's parents for the holidays. I'm going to show you guys how I record the telemetry on my iOS devices, and I'll also do a little extra about Android. Side note, we just made it to 1,500 subscribers, overwhelming support from you guys, and the website is now live. It's nowhere near where I want it to be yet, but there's no sense putting it off any longer. You're now able to go buy these wristbands and the lanyards that I was selling, so go check that out if you want. It's jto2go.com. And with that said, let's get back into the video. Merry Christmas, guys. Okay, guys, so a lot of you guys have been asking me how I record my telemetry data from my iPad screen or my phone screen onto my YouTube videos, and I do it by hooking it with a lightning cable to my MacBook Pro. And what I do, so I go to QuickTime, I say File, New Movie Recording. So now it's on the webcam, but I just switched to my iPad. Alright, so now we have the iPad up, and I just hit record on here, and now this is recording my iPad screen. So let's go ahead and hit record on the actual drone screen. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is actually the recording right off the iPad that I just showed you how to create. Now you can see it's not quite as high as resolution as would come directly off the drone, but you do get the telemetry data. So here's a comparison against the actual drone footage. So there's something interesting that I do. I like to overlay them on top of each other, and I don't think many people do that, but here's what that looks like right here. So now you can see they're nice and synced up, and so I'm going to show you guys how to do this to overlay it on top so you can get them close. And also how to do this animation if you have the right type of editing software that allows you to do keyframes. So with that said, here we are in Final Cut Pro. I have the two files we'll need here. This is the one right off of the drone camera, the DJI file. So I'll go ahead and put that on the timeline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to wait until I see this stick move or see the thing take off, and then I back up one frame at a time using the arrow keys until I use the stick for syncing this time. Usually I use the first time when that drone starts to lift off, but right there is where it is. And I go ahead and hit the M key to mark that there, and you can see that little blue flag on the clip. So now I'll pull the iPad down. This is the iPad recording that I showed you guys how to make just a minute ago. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to ignore that background, and we're going to play it until right when the stick moves in the iPad footage. And we'll pause it and back it up frame by frame again. So there we go, that's about right. I'll go ahead and mark it. And then you just cut that off right there, and you can delete this section. Then you line this clip up so the two markings are lined up perfectly, and now your clips are synchronized. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the front of that one off too. So here we go, now you can play it, and they're synchronized. Push play and let it play as long as I want the animation to last. So I'll stop it there. and then I'm just going to zoom it in to 100% again. So let's see what that looks like when we play it back. I'll play it again, and there we go, we'll animate it. So we'll let it play again for a while. We'll say I want to animate it again at this point. Transform button again, hit another keyframe to mark it. Play as long as we want the animation to go. And then we'll zoom it down to 0% again. Now we'll see the whole animation process in action. So it comes up here. And it animates down. And in a nutshell, guys, that's how I do that whole effect in my videos and how I record the screen. Now, let's talk about Android for a second. It's a little bit different in Android. It's actually a lot easier to record your screen. So you see this app called AZ Screen Recorder here in the top left. When you have that installed, you can scroll down and you'll see the recording controls. I'm actually recording now, that's how you're seeing it. But you would see a record button, now you see a pause and a stop button. You just hit that record button and it records everything that goes on your screen, as well as anything that happens with your voice. It'll actually record your voice as well. So you can make notes to yourself while you're flying. So all you would need to do is open the DJI app, connect it to your drone, and it would record all that telemetry the same way that I recorded the iPad, except without having to hook it to an external computer. So Android has the advantage in that department. So let's get back and let's just watch the rest of my flight video. Thanks again for watching, guys. I can't say enough how much I really appreciate the support you guys are giving me. We've got over 1,500 subscribers now, as I said before. If you want to help me out, go ahead and click that image of my face and you'll be able to subscribe. And if you want to see any more drone videos, here's a playlist of my drone tutorials for the Phantom 3 Standard. And here's another playlist of all of my drone videos, including some of my flight videos. So if you like my stuff, please subscribe. And don't forget to go check out the website where you can purchase my wristbands and lanyards to help me out. I'll see you guys later.